Peace be upon you, lovely. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're well. So today I'm going to be covering 3 books that you should be reading or listening to, depending on where you want it, what you'll prefer to do, whether it's audio or reading. If you are transitioned from employee to entrepreneur. There's so many books. There are so many books, and when I was doing this, when I was thinking about this topic, how to help you transition properly or effectively, these 3 books came up. But there are loads more. But I do think if you don't read these 3, like these give you so many answers, man, so many answers that the other books may not give you as much. And I found them to be really beneficial for me when I was transitioning the most. So when I started my employee to entrepreneur journey, it was from 2013 till 2016. And I left my job, and that's when I started to really build my business more and consistently. And then I qualified as a coach in 2018 from affiliate marketing to coaching, and I've been a coach since then. So, and it's 7 years now since I've started this journey, and I would definitely say I would recommend these 3 books. So I don't have them physically with me, but because I listened to them, I was CDs, they were in the car, so let's go through the, well, I have got one with me physically, but the other ones are not. So the first book I would definitely recommend you read or listen to is The Compound Effect. That was one of my first books as well, and that I read, probably the first one maybe, or first or second, I can't remember exactly, but it was so like insightful. It's a self-development book, and it doesn't teach you strategy, but it does teach you, hey, you gotta slow down. And you got to take action slowly, and it will compound. So whatever you do today, because this is a big thing that I find myself as well. We get impatient. We want it yesterday. We're a generation of using microwaves and the quickest and the fastest way to get what we want. Nowadays it's like if you want to buy a takeaway or get a takeaway, you can just go on your Uber Eats or whatever app, get it delivered to your door, and you don't even need to pick up the phone and call somebody. That's how quick we are, programmed. But life isn't quick. Life takes time. Everything takes time, like humans. A plant doesn't grow overnight. A child isn't born after conceiving overnight. There's no quick way of having a baby. You've got to wait 9 months, right? Nature takes time. Nature takes time, and nature has seasons. And we are moving away from nature. We're getting more close to this quick world, which is technology and all that stuff, and it stops us from being patient in our business. And because we're using social media for business as well, we want it quick, but it's not. It's going to take time. So Compound Effect is a book where as long as you keep on taking action, keep on serving your audience. For example, if you're online specifically, you will get the result, whether it's 90 days later, whether it's 6 months later, whether it's a year later, whatever that is, you will get the results. But just do what you need to do every single day. And that's something I always teach my clients. Be as if you've already got it. Be as if you've already got the results. So act as if, be as if, behave as if. Don't act, but just internalize it, that you've already got the result. Now show up. How do you show up? What is your commitment? Well, you'll show up like you've got 1,000 million views or viewers watching you. Even if there's no one's watching you, just keep on doing it anyway, right? So it's those daily habits or frequent habits that you've got to take and do that will show up 90 days later or 6 months later or whatever it is, right? Whereas some people say, oh, it hasn't happened in a week. This isn't right for me. I mean, it might not be right for you, but if it is right for you and you've done the work, the branding, all that stuff properly, the planning, and you haven't got results in a week, that's okay. Just keep on going, because people need to see you, 21 or 27 times anyway before they look at you like as if someone that can help them, right? Because we're all here to help someone. We're all here to help. It doesn't matter what you sell. We are selling a solution. So your audience needs to know you, needs to like you, needs to trust you. For that, you've got to show up. So the Compound Effect brings us back to nature and our habits. How what we do every single day shows up and we either get successful in what we do or we don't, depending on what we choose. So even somebody who, you know, suddenly has a heart attack, right? That heart attack happened because of some habits that they did every single day, consciously or unconsciously, right? They chose to eat certain foods. They chose unconsciously certain emotions that they were using, stress, for example. You know, these things happen slowly, consciously or unconsciously, that created something big in their life. Same with success. You show every single day, you give value, you help people, you serve, and that'll show up 90 days later. And so it's bringing us back again to nature, how we are supposed to be, and that there's seasons to business as well. There are seasons when things are like really high in sales, and there's times when it's slower, and it's okay to go through that. Just keep on going. So compound effect is one I really recommend. It'll help you stay consistent, and it'll help you stay optimistic. It's going to be amazing, and that's what we want. Because if you're doubting, like, oh, it's not going to work, then that's what's going to happen. It's not going to work. So having that, it really gave me a lot of optimism, and that I really recommend that one. And the other one is Think and Grow Rich. Reason being is because being an NLP coach, we always focus on what we want. I always tell my clients, focus on what you want, have that vision, visualize every single day, once a day, not too many times either, but at least once a day, or twice, you know, before you go to bed, ideally. Visualize what you want and imagine it already done. And now that it's done, how do you show up? So Think and Grow Rich brings it down to the fundamentals of how your mindset's supposed to be. Because if you think, oh, I won't get clients or I won't get customers, and then you still try to take these strategies, action steps, going live, you're not in the right energy, you're not in the right vibrations, and so no one shows up. Like, no one comes to you because you're not expecting. You know, like God said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I am as my servant expects me or sees me as. And that's the same with the universe. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the universe to serve us. So if we expect people to come to us, and that I am somebody of value and I can help them, then He's the one that brings people. He's a changer of hearts. He'll inspire people to come to you. I've had loads of people say to me, and I thought of you last night, and I had to message you. You know, I don't know why and how, but I got this inspiration that I need to message you, and you're going to help me, right? Because I truly believe that God inspires people to come to me, and He's the changer of hearts, and He inspires people. And if I can give someone the solution to their problem, they will come to me. All I've got to do is show up every single day, or whenever I am supposed to show up, based on my weekly plan, right? And obviously continue to give value, to be someone of value. So I'm always consistently working on myself, right? So the Think and Grow Rich keeps, like, people think money is so high, like they need to make money to feel valuable, or they need to have this car or this house to feel valuable, when really it's the self-development that we need to work on. The money is the least important thing in the whole process, because there's lots of people that have lots of money, but they're not happy, they're not content, and in essentially they are actually chasing or wanting that internal state, that internal joy, and they think it's money that's going to give it to them. So it's a good eye-opener, and coming from, you know, the author who himself has been in the self-development journey as well, and has a lot of money. So Think and Grow Rich, because it keeps you focused. You're encouraged to write your goals every single day. In that, it's a paragraph writing that you do, which assists your visualization, because when you're writing, you're also visualizing. So I highly recommend that book. And the third book after those two books I would recommend, not before, is Expert's Secret. Because if you haven't got the mindset, you haven't got the long-term vision, this book ain't going to help. Expert's Secret, because I find, walaikum assalam Aisha, hope you're well, I find it's really easy to follow. Like, you know, marketing, he does promote his software, the author. I don't use his software because I use a different one, and it's like all in one. It's easy to just keep everything in one place rather than jumping from different softwares. I used to do that. But nowadays I just have one software with all of what I need online is there. But he simplifies it, how to position yourself online, strategies, what you need to do, like the branding work as well. So it's really easy to follow, really good book. I had loads of what's the word, aha moments, light bulb moments when I was reading it. And he just simplifies it. It's a very simple book, and I find it's not hard to follow. It's pretty easy to follow, and there's a lot of self-development in there as well. Care a lot about your audience, give them lots of value, all that stuff's there. It's not just wishy-washy, oh yeah, you need to have this and you need to have this, but it's really also self-development as well in this book. So those are 3 books I recommend to help you transition from employee to entrepreneur. This should definitely help you with at least getting to profit, you know, in the next, I don't know, after you read it, give yourself 90 days. Give yourself 90 days, be consistent, be as if you've already got what you want in terms of the financial goal. And then when you show up, you're showing up from the energy of receiving, of abundance. And then people do reach out to you when there's an offer on, right? When you share content or share what you're selling. So I hope this was useful. Let me know if you've bought these books already, if you've read them already. Maybe it's a good time for you to recap them. I definitely need to recap the Expert Secrets. My time to do that now. I will do that after I get off here. But pretty much the other 2 books, I live by them now. You know, being consistently showing up. Think and Grow Rich. I write my goals every single day. I think about them all the time as if they're done, and I get excited about it. Again, the goals shouldn't just be your money goals. It should be all of your key areas in your life. So it should be your personal goals in terms of your family life, how you want that, health goals, business goals obviously there as well, social goals, anything that matters to you. You make sure you do them holistically, because you're more likely to achieve them holistically as well, because you're consciously thinking about them now. Okay, so what do I need to do in this area? What do I need to do in this area? What is my action steps in these areas? And then you're much more happier because you're not neglecting one area. The reason people burn out, the reason why I also burned out in the beginning, was I neglected a lot of my health goals, and it kind of like catched up after, I don't know, 3-4 years. Even though I did change a lot of my habits, unconsciously it did catch up. Health did go down. So look after all your 5 goals, 5 areas, top 5 values, right? Usually it's health, usually it's family, usually it's social life. You've got different values to me. So check in what matters to you in life and have goals for every area, and just write them down as if they're done. Because then you've got to focus on, you've got to plan in every area. You're not going to neglect 1 or 2 areas just to make the business goal successful. You want to make sure you're looking after all of your values, at least your top 5 values. That is something I do with people in Employee to Entrepreneur program. And if you do want details on that, you can reach out to me. We will be doing the next one in September. So hopefully, inshallah, you can join that one. And I will catch you in the next video.